Hello, wonderful Shut Up and Listen to Her audience. I am Tiffany Kane. This is the fabulous Bree. Bree, say hello.
Hi, everybody. So great to see everybody today. How you doing, Tiffany?
I'm doing pretty good. Today's topic is a combination of whiny brat. This just isn't fair. And like the realities of, you know what, this just isn't fair. And then we're gonna go into like, okay, it's not. So what now? How do we make the best of it? So, for any of you listening that have kind of broken down and been like, this just isn't fair. Why does that person get to move through the world so easily when I have to spend so much time and energy just getting through my day? You know, if you've ever had that feeling, you're in the right place. You're not alone. And we're going to talk about it today. So, Bree, let's tell the truth. So have what are some things about your body and what you're going through where and we're going to start with the whiny temper tantrum. So it's quite all right to be having a
Okay,
whiny
good.
temper tantrum.
Yeah.
What what are the like whiny temper tantrum moments where you're just like, this just isn't fair?
Oh my gosh, it's every day. It's every time I'm looking at anything. It's from watching videos on as they're just walking down the street and showing people stuff, and they're just like, it's a nice day out, and I wanted to share with you a little outside my work, like where I go for my lunch break, walking along, and they're talking and they're showing things, and they're just, everything just looks it's not like extraordinary things.
Yeah.
It's not like dancing the most amazing dances that these people that are insanely talented can do. It is the simple joy of taking a walk on a beautiful day in a nice area, and I see that and I go, I can't even do that. I am so frustrated. I got in the car to go to a doctor's appointment this week, and my shirt felt too tight. I just felt like a
Oh,
10-pound sausages in a 5-pound sack. I'm so frustrated with feeling and looking this way because I want my body back. I want who I am back, and I'm literally and it's and it, and then I start feeling, oh my gosh, you're so like, looks aren't everything, and you got to stop being placing so much value on your looks. And it's like, it's not even, that's what my brain is telling me, that's
yeah.
sounding because I'm whining because I'm pissed. But like it's off, and I'm like crabby. Why is this? And then traffic, and you're just like, it's because it's so unfair, it feels like, and you're so frustrated because it's just not getting fixed. And here we're coming up to summer, and I'm like, oh great, shorts weather, t-shirt weather. Like, do I have to go buy a bunch of new clothes because nothing fits me anymore? Going through, and it's nothing. It's every little thing. It's every little thing that I'm so mad about. And I get mad, and I'm temperamental. I'm a little
Mhm.
bitchy, but I'm always a little bitchy. So that's probably pretty normal for me. But it's just so unfair to not be able to do all the things that I want to do. Oh, we should do this festival. Yeah, but I can't walk around. And how am I going to do that? And am I going to be able to sit down enough? And am I going to be in shape by then? And I want to be, that's my goal, but I don't know. And oh,
That was a really good rant.
thank you.
Congratulations. Did it
It was
feel good?
long. It did feel good
Did it feel good?
because
Okay,
it's
like, sometimes we just need to be on a rant.
oh, I'm so
Like,
tired of it.
have you ever heard that we listen and we don't judge? And then you say something that you know somebody's gonna judge, but they're not allowed to judge, right?
Mhm.
Like, we can rant and we don't judge, but we're really not judging, okay? So rant heard and, not judged, like, good. Um,
What about you?
yeah, I think my rants, are similar. I think I'm able to walk, you know, I'm able to go out, I'm able to, you know, go for a decent length of walk. But for me, that's frustrating because I'm always having to manage my energy and go, Okay. So today I know I need to get these things done because both of us are business owners, right? I know I need to get these things done. Those aren't an option. And so if going for a walk today, how far can I walk? And is it too hot out? Because if it's too hot, then it's going to destroy me. Which kind of walk am I going to go on? Because if there's hills involved in the walk, then that's going to destroy me. I have to do a flat walk. What can I, so it's like this constant um, talk in my head of what can I do? What will my energy allow me to do? What will my body allow me to do? And I get very frustrated with that, especially since I used to be able to be very active and I'm fairly ADHD, like being out of the house. I am not a homebody. I like going out and about. And that's been like, I just can't really do that anymore because I could just get so utterly bone weary, painfully exhausted, and not just for that day, but if I do extend a little too much energy, then it's 2 or 3 days after that I can't function. Like there is no the brain doesn't work. It's like my eyes are fuzzy and I can't see clearly. My brain doesn't work, my body doesn't work, and that to me is just really frustrating of even if I push myself just a smidge, the next day 2 or 3 are absolute crap. And so that's kind of it's not fair because I don't get to be the mom I want to be. I don't get to be the business owner I want to be. I don't get to be the friend I want to be. I don't get to be the active person I want to be. I'm putting on weight because I can't be as active as I was before. And it's just not fair. And it's not fair. And it's not fair. It's not fair. And so that's my rant of, you just, I feel like a bit of a failure and a burden and just not me, just not
That's heavy stuff.
who I am, right?
That's heavy.
Yeah.
I thank you for sharing that. That's heavy and hard, and I understand it. I understand that it's like there's a penalty I have to pay
Mhm.
if I go and I do these things.
Yes.
Like you said,
Yes.
it's not just the one day, it is afterwards. I know if I do this, that the rest of my week is shot
Yeah.
because I've overextended and I'm not even doing that many things.
Right.
And then the one thing that I want to and I know we have a comment that I want to get up on screen, but the one thing I wanted to put in there is, when when your brain isn't working and it won't, like, it's so everything, what's not fuzzy about that? You know what sucks about that? Is
What?
you're fully aware that you can't do things. Why can't I be fuzzy about that part of it?
Right. Why
Why
can't
do
I
I
just
have
be in blissful
fully
ignorance?
aware that I'm an idiot right now?
Just be
Why
in
is
blissful
that
ignorance.
clear?
And then that leads to, anxiety and depression type of things,
Yeah.
maybe it's not full-blown depression, but it's the blues. You just don't feel good. And it just is not fair. And then the people around you that support you so much, you feel like you're putting such a burden on them because they're there for you and they're supporting you and they're understanding, but you're affecting their life too because you guys can't do the things you would normally do and they're having to care for you,
I
bring you
got one
tea,
of
bring you
those
coffee,
yesterday.
give you your space. And then there are other people in your life that they just don't get it. And they're like, but aren't you feeling better yet? Okay, well,
Because they
I mean, it's
want you
just you're
to.
just tired. Just push through. You're just tired. Like I'm tired too. Everybody's tired. Just push
Can I
through.
share what I got yesterday? Which
Yes.
was it's a dagger. I hate daggers. I get them sometimes. And I get mad at myself because okay, I must complain a lot. But I said I was getting out of the car, going grocery shopping, went out to dinner, and then went grocery shopping, which is always a huge thing for me because it takes so much of my energy to do. And I go to get out of the car and it's taking my time, and I'm like, oh, and it just everything's starting to tighten up on me. And I go out to get out of the car, and then I hear, "Are you tired?" And I said, "Yeah, this was hard." And he's like, "Well, it's too, I just don't talk about it or I don't complain about it." And I'm like, just like it's like the psycho music comes on and you hear this. Oh,
So it was this somebody you knew that asked if you were tired or random general stranger?
No, it was my partner. Yeah,
I'm
it
tired
was
too. I
like,
just don't
I'm just like,
complain about it.
I don't complain about it.
But then why'd you ask?
Yeah, exactly.
Why'd
Because
you ask?
he heard me like grumbling a little bit as I'm getting out of the car because I just done a lot of stuff and then I sit in the car on the ride home, and that's when all of the muscles and everything start to tighten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's lovely. I
Yeah.
want to get this comment up from Amy because she's piping in. Fighting with
Fighting with
yourself is the
yourself is the
worst.
worst.
Yeah.
Mhm. It becomes part of your own dialogue. Like you've just heard it so much. And we are trained to be the nurturers and the good girls and the givers. And so when we have to quote unquote take, when people have to care for us, it just feels so wrong. And there's so much guilt and shame that comes with it. Absolutely, Amy, you're absolutely correct. And Bree, I just wanted to say too, with grocery shopping, there's a whole nother level of emotion in there that I think the whole country is in on together is the sticker shock and the wait a minute, my $150 weekly groceries just turned into $300, like literally double, right? To
Oh
where
yeah.
that's also an emotional, that has nothing to do necessarily with health,
Well,
but that's
it does though,
that's
because we're trying to make
mhm.
healthy choices for ourselves. And my lymphatic therapy said, "Well, I want you to up your protein intake." And I'm like, first
Do you
of
know how
all,
expensive it is?
it's expensive. And let's also, I literally rarely shop the inside aisles of a grocery store anymore. Like I will like get a whole bunch of stuff one day and then I stay out of, I only shop the
Yeah.
perimeter of the grocery store because that will wear me out. Now these are very large stores that I go
Yeah.
to. So but I go produce and then I do deli and then I do meats and then I'll do dairy because I got to get my coffee, and I'll hit
Mhm.
frozen a little bit on the way out. And that's really it. That's like it's all
Yep.
perimeter. And I literally I spent over $150 last night and I didn't even buy that much, but I had to buy specific, certain things, and I know what I'm liking. And I literally I haven't even put this away yet, but I bought fruit
Mhm.
fresh cut because just getting this in this buying the stuff and then getting it to where I can just eat this like this
Mhm.
is that's a task in itself for me at this point in my
Yeah.
physical
Yep.
abilities. And so I'm like, I need to eat that fruit. I need to have things that I can grab that are healthy for me.
Mhm.
Kiwis and the berries are so healthy for me. So I spend a little extra money. That I think was, dude, this container, which I haven't had, this was $10.
Oh my god.
This was $10
Oh my
for the
god.
convenience of having it in a really crappy lid that's hard to open. But that was breakfast. Well, it was
Mhm.
lunch actually, because I didn't eat till just before this. But I mixed it with a little protein yogurt stuff.
Mhm.
But it was like, that's the price I have to pay. But I
Yeah.
also have to have that kind of food. So I'm kind of in this,
Mhm.
if I buy it and I just stick it in my fridge and I know berries, I don't even have to cut the berries, I just have to wash. I get that. The kiwi I'd have to peel and slice and all that stuff. But I need things in that kind of container for me right now because I need to be eating that's the kind of food I need to be eating. So I
Yeah.
have to do what I need to do. But
And it needs to be easy to get
it
and
has to be easy
yeah.
because
Yeah.
everything wears me out.
Yeah.
Cooking dinner is like I plan like 2 hours and I'll go throw stuff in, and then I have a chair that I can sit down on and a place that I can now sit and cut the millions of gazillions of vegetables that I'm making. And
Mhm.
um but I can't buy anything processed. I really can't eat out very often. I ate out last night, but I went to a restaurant that actually has better food. That's more expensive as well. I think it was like maybe $25 a piece,
Yeah.
$30 a piece to eat out, which can be pricey. It starts to get expensive. So I'm trying to do the things that I know are healthier for me, and upping my protein is one of them, which is great. But it's the sticker shock of everything that's happening. And then,
Mhm.
of course, I get home and I'm exhausted and I can barely get the groceries put away. I need to sit down again. And I'm not carrying them in. Don't even get me started. I can't lift more than 5 pounds still. I've still got another week of that. So I'm not carrying anything in my house.
Mhm.
So I'm just, oh, am I on a,
You're on a roll, and this is
I could
good.
rant.
Is
It's
this
just
good?
so,
Yeah.
but it's so frustrating, and people don't like when they're always like, be grateful for what you have, and I don't think people realize what it, like, how devastating it is when you can't do these
Yeah.
simple things that most people just take. I'm going to walk out to my mailbox and grab my meal and bring it back into my house. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to cut up some vegetables for dinner and get some food on the table. And it's like no big deal. And that's like a project for me. That is
Yeah.
a lot of effort for me. It
And
is.
I think the lesson we can learn from this right here for everybody listening is it's okay to say it. Like, say it. Sometimes you need to rant.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to have your temper tantrum, and it is okay. Sometimes you need a safe space to do that. So find your safe space. Find people that are going through a similar thing. Maybe it's getting online and telling your story and just being able to rant and cry and have other people go, "Oh my God, me too. Same, been there, done that." Like, sometimes we need to rant, and it's okay. We don't always have to wrap it in, but I'm so grateful because I'm alive. Because sometimes it's, yes, we're alive and it's a good thing, but sometimes it's really not fun to be alive. It's like, this it isn't fun. This isn't fun. And every once in a while it's kind of like, but what would it be like to just, just be asleep and not have to be awake and feel this stuff, And that's okay. That doesn't mean you don't want to be alive. It just means this is hard, and it's okay to say it's hard. And we're here to hear you say that. There are people out there going through very similar experiences. Nobody's going through your same experience, even if they have your exact same set of diagnoses or not diagnoses. Everybody's experience is different. Most of us with chronic illness have layers upon layers of things that have been diagnosed and still things that they can't figure out why XYZ is happening. Very rarely do any of these issues come of like, bing, there's your diagnosis, there's nothing else. Usually it's a waterfall slash cascade slash tsunami of issues that kind of all come together because your body just, it's usually multi systems that aren't working correctly that make this chronic, right? So, and some of it can be helped, some of it can't be, some of it's just learning how to manage. And that is tough. And Bree and I are here to say, we hear you, we see you, we know it's tough. It's tough for us too. And it's okay. If you need to rant, you need to rate, you need to get it out. Get it out. It helps. It helps. It helps. It helps. And it is true. Like, this chronic illness life is hard. There is the part that nobody sees, that invisible part that is so hard. Some of that invisible, we talked about, like the expense of just like eating healthy. We've talked about how hard it can be to get up and move around. And we know that doctors say, eat healthy and exercise, and it fixes everything. And wellness industry says, eat healthy and exercise, it fixes everything. There's other invisible weights that sit on us all. And a lot of it has to do with just going to the doctors, just getting the lab tests. I mean, for me, I wanted to show everybody this.
I love that it's show and tell day.
Right. It's show and tell day. This is a list of labs and referrals, like what doctors need to see the labs, that I left the doctor with. There's more papers. There's more.
Oh, yeah.
That I just left my primary care provider with. And so it's like, okay, now it starts. Now it starts, like all the labs and all the scans and all the stuff that you have to organize. And then of course it's fighting with insurance, and it's blah, 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 blah. And that just carries on.
My stack of stuff from just like bills and lab tests and reports is at least this thick, and it's just from like 2026. Like, and I have to keep track of all of it, and I have to cross-reference what they're charging me to what my insurance is saying charging me, and what they're paying for, and what the company is saying that my insurance paid for. Like, Like, are you both telling the truth? Do these things line up? Because guess
Mhm.
what? A lot of times they don't line up. And then you got to call everybody out on it and get all up in their business. And that's a whole nother part-time job. Like, I have to make like business phone calls to the doctor's office. Plus, I have to go to the doctor's office. Plus, now I have to do this lymphatic therapy every week and go get more tests. And they want me to do a sleep test, which I'm not doing. Sorry, I'm not that I sleep fine. I don't know why there's any issue. I've never said I have a sleep issue. They gave me trazodone back in 2021 because I was having a hard time sleeping because I'd just gone through a period of where I couldn't breathe when I was sleeping at night because I had a gallon of fluid around my lungs.
Mhm.
And it's still in my medical charts that I need trazodone. I haven't filled a trazodone prescription in 5 years. I don't need it. Please take it off. I don't want it there. I don't need this. And but they're like, "Oh, you're having problems sleeping. We should do a sleep study." I'm not having any problems sleeping. I'm fine. I sleep like I get knocked out unless my son's insulin alarm goes off or my dogs boot me in the face enough times that they have to go potty outside. I don't wake up, right? I go to sleep. I sleep through the night. I get up in the morning. Last night it was a lot of diabetic alarms. So we got to deal with that. That wakes me up because it freaks me out. But yeah, it just give me more tests and more tests and more
Yep,
tests.
yep, yep, yep. So
You're
that
good.
too, like
You had
we
another
recognize.
doctor? Oh, you had to go to the doctor again? How
Yeah,
many appointments do you have?
yeah, yeah. It's a lot.
A
It's a
lot.
lot. It's a lot. And do you follow Erin, the social worker,
Yeah.
online? Yeah. So I wish, how cool would it be if each of us got somebody like Erin, the social worker, to help us fight our battles? Wouldn't that be amazing? That would be
100,000%.
such a dream. I'm like, Erin, how do we get somebody like you working with us? So those of you that aren't familiar with Erin, the social worker, follow him on Instagram. He fights battles for people with insurance companies. It is crazy. Um, so again, with this, there's a lot of invisible work that goes along with having a chronic illness: doctor's appointments, physical therapy, labs, scans, fighting insurance companies, like all of the stuff that is very invisible that most people don't see. And I don't know about you, but just going to the doctor is exhausting to me. I will often have to come back and sleep, even if there's no procedure done. And I'm sure it's something with that. Um, like I will prepare for days for a doctor's appointment, right? Like, okay, how should I talk to this doctor? Is this a new doctor that I've never met? How do I want to how am I going to present myself and present my case? I will I went to my doctor with a file, not my binder. I didn't want to stress the doctor out, but I did have a file and, I planned for it. And, if it's a new doctor, you're often like, okay, where is it? And how do I get there? And do I need to be driven there? Is it, and there's just a lot of
How
stuff that
far
goes with
away is
it.
it?
How far away is it? And who is this person?
Sometimes the
And
parking garage is a mile away.
right.
And I'm like, how do you expect patients to even get to you?
Yep. And to pay to sit in the parking garage.
Yeah.
I know somebody going through cancer treatment. Every time she parks, she's at UCLA for her cancer treatment. Every time she parks, it's $18 to
Oh,
go get
easy.
chemo.
Oh,
She's
easy.
like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, you're pumping this stuff in my veins and you're making me pay $18 for parking too. Like, thank
You
you
don't
for pouring salt
validate.
in the wound.
Yeah.
Right. They don't validate. Ugh. Anyway, um, so Bree and I are here to say we see you. There's a lot of invisible weight that adds to your exhaustion, adds to your frustration, adds to the things you're having to deal with every single day. We hear you, we see you, it's real. And often being able to say that, being able to acknowledge, yeah, like I'm doing a lot of extra stuff and it's hard and I'm exhausted. Um, we're here for you. So, just wanted to put that out there. Okay.
It's tough.
Grief. Grief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Grieving.
This is not supposed to be my life.
Yeah.
like I said in the beginning, I want that person back that I had
Yeah.
before. Where is she? Will she come back? Do I have any hope of her coming back? Or do I have to let that go and change how I see myself? Because I
Mhm.
still see myself as that person,
Mhm.
you know, and that could
Make
do the thing,
soaps and go into the markets and
doing the
doing
things. Yeah, I was going to
fishing
the
on
rock
the
climbing
lake.
gym. I had a
Yep,
harness and
yep,
I was all geared up
yep.
and had all the things. And like, I can't like that harness. I don't even know if I can like right now. I'm just like, what? Like, what happened to her? Where did she
Mhm.
go?
Mhm.
And wasn't everything that she didn't have to be planned out
Mhm.
through all of these different like for the simple things in life. And I think, you have to, and there's people that have been paralyzed and lost limbs and devastating injuries and things that have happened that go through that way worse than what I'm
We're not
having
playing the
lived through.
comparison game. No
That's what I was
comparison.
gonna say, and that's what I was gonna say, but
No
I think
comparison.
all of these things are valid for
Yep.
everyone
Mhm.
because it is what we call just such a lifestyle change for
Yep.
us, and people don't understand how we have to reevaluate. So my point that I want to get is, we what we're feeling and the issues that we're going through just to do those things is very valid. It's very difficult, and it not only are you fighting with your body to get done, but you're fighting such an emotional battle within
Mhm.
yourself of, well, I shouldn't be complaining. All I do is complain. Why? And then but then also feeling, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to go through all this? Why can't I just get up and walk to the mailbox and get my mail and make dinner and do the things? Why? And that's so valid for people to go through.
Yep.
And no, and it's silent, it's hidden, it's invisible, nobody sees it. Nobody knows what my brain is doing as I'm preparing to, how many stores can I go to today? What is that event about? Will I be able
Yeah.
to attend? How long can I literally stay? What's parking going to look like? What should I wear that's going to be comfortable but that I don't feel like a frumpy dump, right? Like,
Mhm.
this is the thought patterns that are running through our minds all of the time.
All the time.
And it's so hard.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. And there's so much that I grieve of I love being active. Like when I go to the doctor, I'm like, you need to exercise more. I'm like, look, if I could, I would. Like I am somebody who genuinely loves being active. When I used to plan, like one of the best parts of getting divorced was I got to plan my Mother's Days after that and do what I wanted for my Mother's Days and my birthdays and Valentine's Day. Like I got to plan it and always did something fun with the kids. Like we went stand up paddleboarding or we did the behind the scenes tour at the zoo or whatever. Now I've had chronic illness my whole life. My kidneys I was born with. I've had challenges my whole life. I've had heart issues. So it's not like any of this was ever easy, but I was able to do it. I love being active. I ran marathons. I coached my son's marathon team. I, used to do aerial acrobatics until like my hands stopped working and my back stopped working, and got to the point where it's difficult to walk. And um I grieve that joyful person where it was hard, but not impossible. And I could still do it. And I still had a lot of fun. And it was great. And I created wonderful memories with my kids that I can't do now. And sometimes I beat myself up for it. I'm like, look, you did it before. It's the same, like you've had these kidney issues your whole life. Um, like you did it before. Why can't you just push yourself and do it now? And so it's the grief, it's the like self beating up, but it's just like I just
We're
I
so
just
bad to
can't.
ourselves.
We are.
We
We
really
are.
are.
And then when somebody makes a tiny little comment,
There's your
that's it.
dagger.
That's it. I had somebody walk up to me the other day. I was at a sound bath, so I'm in yoga pants and stuff, and it's after the yoga bath. And she walks up to me and she's like, "Oh, congratulations on the baby. When are you due?" I'm like, I tried to have a sense of humor about it. I'm like, "Oh, no baby, it's just my big old belly." I'm like,
Did she cringe or what did she do? Because she
no,
should have.
because she's like, "Oh, you're like me. See my big old belly?" She's a 55-year-old postmenopausal woman, short, adorable, but I think she's just clueless. But, like little comments like that
It's so painful.
could make you spiral and are so painful. And like my belly right now, it just hasn't gone back. Like I'm still like swollen and
Yeah.
I eat anything. Brie, I eat anything and my belly just expands huge.
It
Like I
feels
get
like
very
they've
bloated.
strapped that fanny pack, an
Uh-huh.
extra one around you. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah,
Whenever I
except
get
your
all.
skin is over the fanny pack.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's like they've just, it's not a fanny pack, but they've like literally like just taken another size like that and like stuck
Yep.
it on you like you're a potato head, and they're just like, oh, here, new
There
piece.
you
Let me
go. There
add,
you
as
go.
soon as you eat, you get that stuff.
Yep. And
What
so it's
is
like
that?
just little comments like that can just like send you a spiral. Thankfully, I had just finished a sound bath and I was in a pretty
You were
zen
zen.
place and
Yeah.
I was with friends and my friends like, why would you say that to another woman? One of my friends is like, she's 52 years old. Why would you even say that to her? And I'm like, thanks. Not
Yeah,
that I
right.
care. I don't
Point out the age. Oh
but
yeah.
it's like, but it can send us. So anyway, I want to let everybody listening to know, you do not have to minimize what you're going through when you hang out with Brie and me. Like, we get it, we understand, and sometimes it's those tiny little things. Those are the straw that break the camel back because you've just been dealing, been grieving, been exhausted, been all of the things. And then that tiny little comment happens, that little, why are you complaining? I'm tired too. Or, hey, look at your pregnant belly, when you have no control over the bloating, when, whatever. And that's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like, we're here for you. We get it. We get it. We get it. We get it.
Totally get it.
Yes.
We totally get it. And I have to say this because I got this again this week. Somebody overhears a conversation, or you post a lot about yourself. I don't
Mhm.
post that much about myself, like what I'm physically going through, but somebody will ask, I'm in a million gazillion meetings all week long, and there's a lot of people there, and we sometimes, anyway, some hear something that maybe I wasn't meaning to talk to that person about, and then they'll overstep and they'll say, oh, I have this, it's changed their lives. They were the doctors had given up on them. They were dying of cancer. They drank this $150 bottle of whatever magic lamp bottle that you're giving them. And I
Stuff
I'm
pisses me
so
off.
tired of it. And here's the thing, I am not going to tell you that your product that you're pushing is bad. I have taken some of these products in the past when I was in a much healthier state, and I got really great benefits from it because I was not in a critical chronic situation with my health that requires doctor's care. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid of the doctors. I question them and I push them, but there is literally something physically wrong with me, and a magic lamp or a drink in a bottle is not going to help me solve. And right now, all it is just decoration. It's not doing anything for me. And it's
Mhm.
very expensive, and I'm not
Mhm.
doing it. And if I got suckered into all those stuff, I'd literally be completely broke. I'm just tired. Bless your heart. Thank you for thinking of me. But that is not helping me. And I
Yeah.
hate that I have to tell you this. It's so hard for me to say, no, I know you have all these stories from people that it's done miracles for them. That's not my case.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's just one of my rants. I'm
It's
frustrated
a
and pissed.
big pet peeve of mine is here, spend $300 on this course of supplements and you'll just feel so much better. We don't trust the medical industry. They're all selling out to big pharma. And it's like,
Yeah.
you really don't even know what's in those supplements. They're not. Man, there's
Well, that's
nobody
the other thing.
overseeing them. There's nobody testing them.
Dude, I
Like,
couldn't
you
even
don't really
find
know.
what was in the supplement that they sent.
You don't
It
know.
was just a big, like, fluffy page of it's the most incredible thing you've ever seen in your life, and you're going to love it. It's going to be so amazing for you, and it's changed lives, and it's the best thing ever. And look at all these people that have had great results with it. What is it? I don't even know what it is. I don't know what's in the bottle. I don't know what the ingredients are. I'm on a gazillion 16 pills a day. Yes, I'm the grandma who has the little pill boxes that they have to fill up all the different times of the day, and that's me now. I'm that person. I didn't want to be that person, but I don't know what to do until we solve this, which is why I want an answer to what is wrong with me so that I can do the healthier things to support myself in all the healthy, natural ways with medicine or therapy or surgery it takes to get me to the best that I can now be going forward, because that's really where we're trying to head. Is maybe we've grieved and we've said goodbye to the person that we used to be physically, our bodies and how we were. But I'm not just going to say, I guess this is it. I'm still struggling
Can't
and
accept
pushing
that.
to go where I can be at the best that I possibly can be and do the things to get me not back to who I was, but to who I can still
What is
be.
your new baseline? What is your new best baseline? Let's get there. All right. So let's talk about, we've done a lot of, talking about all the different levels of how this isn't fair and all the different ways it affects us. Let's talk about what helps when we have those feelings and what can bring some comfort, bring some relief, not going to solve the problems, but what helps when everything feels really unfair.
Oh, what helps? The first thing that helps was connecting with you and talking about it. Talking about it and doing this podcast was the first step in me advocating for myself better and feeling that I'm powerful enough to do that. That was huge, because when you finally feel like you're leading and you're not just being thrown crap and having to deal with it, that empowerment sends you forward in it's not saying that you're getting all the answers and things are getting all better, but you feel like you have control back over direction of your healthcare. And that, I think, is vital for every single person to feel like they are in control of what they are doing. And then the support in the community, knowing that I'm not going through by myself. We have different things, you and I, but we are still on the same journey. We just stop at different hotels.
Yep. And that's really everybody in this chronic illness journey. Like our paths are quite different, but they will intersect. There will be intersecting experiences, intersecting symptoms, ways we can help each other, whether it's, hey, you know what? That symptom sounds really familiar. Ask your doctor about XYZ. Like that kind of sounds like that to me. That's what, I went through, or my friend, like, why don't you ask about this? And often that's the key. That's where the doctor goes. How many times have we heard a story where a doctor's like, oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Let's check it out. And that's what it is. So it's for me, what has helped me the most is opening up about it, because I was raised in such a we don't talk about things, right?
Mhm.
We don't talk about anything that's going bad in our life. We just don't talk about it. And certainly we don't talk about our health. That's private. Nobody wants to hear it. You don't want to bug anybody with it. And there's a lot of shame as well that I grew up with around my health needs and all of that. And so not it's like not talking about it adds to that shame because it becomes shameful. Things in the dark, things in the shadows have shame. When you put light on it, like the shame can't exist anymore. And so for me, talking about it, and for me, that talking about it is this podcast. It's going online and talking about it. It's talking about it with the people that I love that are my near and dear. Just letting them know what's going on. And now when somebody says, "So how are you feeling?" Or "How are you after surgery?" Like, you know what? I've healed really well from surgery. It took a long time, but I'm there. I'm healing really well. I said, I will, but I always say, but I do have chronic illnesses. And so I'm still working on those. And because many of my chronic illnesses are from congenital defects, I will be dealing with it my whole life. Like I literally answer like that now. And people are like, oh, really? So, no more am I going, "Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. Surgery, I'm fine.
People want
Everything's
you to be
fine."
fine. That's what they wanna hear so
That's what they
badly.
wanna hear, but it's not what I'm gonna give. Now, I don't have to go into the deep, dark, gory details
Right.
depending on who it is. Not everybody deserves, that level of, vulnerability and intimacy with you. But no longer am I gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine." Now, if the grocery store checkout person's like, "So, how's your day going?" "Oh, yeah, it's fine, it's good," or, "Oh, tired, but we'll make it through." Like, I'm not gonna burden the grocery store checkout person. But, if somebody says something that I know, then I'm gonna let them know. And I that has helped so much. As in addition, finding people on social media going through similar things, finding doctors on social media that are positive, compassionate, empathetic, educational, have a sense of humor. Any of those combination of those things is very helpful because often we start losing hope in the medical system because our experience is difficult. And so being reminded that there's people that care out there and that are trying, that's really helpful. And I found a whole bunch of podcasts. Again, some of them are people with chronic illness, and some of them are doctors, medical providers that are giving very good information. And so those are all things that have helped me. And you'll notice the common thread in all of it is not being quiet about it, finding community, finding people that are having similar experiences, finding people that are trying to help. And that's the common thread. And I think for you and I, Bree, that's why we started this podcast. Number one was to kind of help each other of like, oh my God, we got to talk about this. This is too much. And also to create a community. Now, we do have chronic illness, which means we don't often have the energy to do all of the things we want to do. And Bree and I,
We don't.
we,
Ain't that
we
the truth?
our best intentions, just everybody listening, is that every other Friday we do this show, and then the Fridays in between we plan both for this show and like where we want it to go. So many times we message each other and we're like, I can't today, whether it's filming the show or meeting. And gotcha, take care of yourself. Like there is no shame in our game. If we are not feeling it, we are not feeling it. But we've really, really been wanting to create a more formalized community. The platform is there. Bree has created it. We just haven't been as out there with getting people to come join the community. It is 100% free.
Yep.
It is 100% free. It is a safe place to have your temper tantrums, and it's a supportive community to help you move forward. We don't want it to be just a temper tantrum place. We want it to also be a move forward, but we also don't want it to just be a have gratitude and move forward. We want to be able to hear each other and say, yeah, this sucks. This is hard. And here's some ways to move forward, much like we do in our show here. Like we're real, right?
Real.
And so tell us about the QR code up in the corner, Bree.
Yep. So the QR code is to our community. It's the Shut Up and Listen to Her community. It's totally free. All you need is your name and email so that you can sign in and join the membership for free. We're working on building it out. It is one of those things, but we want to be just a place where you can come and have someone sit next to you who's been there, done that, is going through it, understands your feelings, isn't judging you, and is there to walk along with you. We want to be a community because we do feel like a burden. We do feel horrible. We do have hard days. We have joyous days. We have winning days. All of those things that go along with chronic illness, and you don't have to do it by yourself. And that's the biggest thing we want to get out there is you don't have to do this alone. We are here for you. There's a lot of us that want to, I mean, we're a small group right now, but we want to grow. I want to shout out to Cheryl, who shared a really amazing story on our page about what she's been through. People are starting to show up. And so we'll put the replays of this podcast on the channel. I just got things fixed so I can get that done. We're hoping to take the podcast even bigger to reach more people because we think that there's a lot of us out there. We want us all to come together. So we'll put links in the chat and the description as well so that you can find us. But did you get it? I sent you all the audio that I could grab. I put it in a Google Drive and I sent it over to you. So we have a lot of our episodes, should be not all of them because 4 of them got lost somewhere and I don't know where they are, but we have most of the episodes that we have done. We're going to try to get them on audio. Well, I just sent them all over to Tiffany. I know you wanted to work on that first episode, but tell David I sent separate tracks for us. He'll be so happy.
He'll be so happy.
But I sent it over. We want to get that out to everybody. We want to show everybody that we can do this together. That even though days can be hard, when the day is hard, we'll lift you up. When our day is hard, please come lift us up. We all are in this together, and we can do this in this community.
Beautiful. So beautifully said. And we want to promise all of you, this is free. We're not trying to profit off of your pain, your frustration, your grief. We're not trying to profit off of that. We truly are doing this because it's therapeutic to us. It feels good to us. And we want to be able to hang out with more of you and offer you some of that therapeutic togetherness. This is truly like, I promise we are not trying to profit off of you. So this isn't like we'll get their information and do a bait and switch. And at some point there's some, that's not what we're trying to do. We want a community of people that can support each other. And when we start doing that, we also start making changes to the system.
Absolutely.
So, and they may be slow and they be small, but they are changes to the system. And so that's what we want to do.
Yeah, we'll amplify voices, really work on just coming together and supporting one another. And, it's a hard journey. We're on a hard journey, and it is not fair. It is absolutely not fair that any of us are going through all this crud. We just wanted to get a tire changed, and we found out we needed a whole new motor and transmission and a new chassis and maybe the seats reupholstered. I don't know, but it feels like
and the spark plugs and there's rust and
they're all being overcharged for. So
yes,
we understand you. That's I think we understand you.
Yeah.
And we want to be there to lift you up. So that's what this is all about. That's why we do this podcast. I absolutely was so thrilled to be able to work with Tiffany and on this because I can't tell you the amount of help it's given me in the past 7 months now. We started in September and we're in the end. And we're still going. We were only
going to do 6 episodes. We're like, let's just do like a short little, and then it felt so good to us. We're like, oh, let's just keep going.
We need this. Good. You guys need this. Come join us. Yeah. Thanks everybody for listening. Where are we? Take us out, Tiffany. I know you know what we're doing. So
All right. I don't really know what we're doing. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Please check out the QR code wherever it is on your screen. Join our community. We just want to all feel better, and come hang out with me on Instagram if you want to, like, join that as well. We love you.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks, Amy. We love the comments. Keep them coming. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys. Bye.